250, man. It's a real milestone.
It is.
There's a lot of people who since we started doing this, be like, man, I want to do a podcast, and they might.
How many times have you heard?
Oh
that?
yeah, and then they try to do a podcast, and then they're like, every week.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, every week, and
You mean like you gotta be ready to do it every week?
Yeah. So a lot of them, I've I know people who didn't get past like that test episode.
There you go.
Yeah, I do too, actually.
Yeah, and or
we had like 5 of those before we even started.
Yeah,
true.
And then there are people who are like, once they're like, okay, now when do we get the Coca-Cola sponsorship? We're like 5 episodes in, and it's like, I would like to also be sponsored by Mercedes-Benz. I was like, I bet you would.
They were they're like, so we've done.
When do we get
3 episodes? Don't we get an Audi sponsor or something by now? Like, what's popping?
When do we get our Showtime slot?
Yeah. So
it's been a great learn as we go. I mean, we were definitely prepared as much as we could have been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But after doing this for 250 weeks in a row and everything that's gone into it, I don't know how many conversations I've had with people about them wanting to start shows and try to help them out and give them as much advice as I could without. I mean, you don't really know until you're in it.
Yeah.
And to do it at a high level, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the amount of moving parts. I'm talking about from a team standpoint. Like, you think, okay, you just get together and you guys sit down on the surface. Get together, sit down, and you talk, right? And you record it. And then you think about like what Red August is doing. And you think about camera angles and lighting, the topics, and how we're gonna approach certain things, and the marketing, and the the online aspect, and the multiple social media outlets in order to get everything out, and then the tracking and watching the stats and the numbers. Like, it's a lot that goes into it.
And then a pandemic hits.
And then a pandemic hits, and you have to go virtual and continue to go through and find a way to put a product out. That's a lot.
It's a lot of preparation, and it's a lot of post work. Sitting on the show is the smallest part of it. It's the easiest part. Now, granted, we know how to interact, and there's definitely a science to how we interact with each other. But that chemistry grows with time. So
I have to shout you out too long, because a lot of the stuff that you do, people don't see. And I think a lot of the things that you do is the unattractive stuff that it's the stuff that defines if a podcast is going to be good versus great. A lot of the things that you do, the data, the research, the additional time that you take to make sure the product is crispy, that's valuable, man. Like, you definitely deserve your flowers for that, bro, because you definitely steer the ship in regards to that, for sure. So we appreciate you for that.
Yes,
I appreciate that. Mike has a lot to do with it as well.
Yes, he does. Red August as well, man. Like, if you think about it, he's when Red August came on, that only enhanced the product.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it was immediate, though. We saw the difference by having him come over and taking his own time to come out and help us to grow the product. So that's dope, man. We really appreciate that. 250 times, it's a lot.
Yeah. Y'all are definitely the heartbeat of the new old heads as far as production and everything concerned. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, it's only up from here.
Yeah.
It's we'll have to get you filled in on stuff we talked about today, but
we're good talks though.
We're scaling in a very good direction right now. So
that's what's up.
Continuous growth is really what's exciting about seeing the numbers and seeing how things can grow organically.
Yeah.
But, it has to be something that, that you trial and error, a lot of it.
True.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. That the thing that kind of drives us, I think, is this is almost therapy to me.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's
meeting every week, being able to discuss things that we pretty much pay attention, we love, we're into.
Yeah.
For just this hour, technically is about 3 hours if you count pre-show.
You take everything,
everything. But this is a needed outlet for me right now. You know what I'm saying? And,
yeah.
We're almost at a year's worth of Tuesday. Well, we shoot it on Tuesday, but it airs on Thursday.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That somebody can literally sit and watch our show for almost every day for a year.
I didn't think about that.
Wow, that's right.
And speaking of that, like, shout out to the chat. Like, we you know, we have, before we went to YouTube slightly, and then, you know, we came back to TikTok.
Twitch.
Or Twitch, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been thinking so much about TikTok. But I'm looking in the chat now, man, and there are regulars that are still there. You know what I'm saying? That have gone with us and grown with us. So
Patreon
support, yep. All of that, man. That stuff is vital in order for us to continue to, you know, grow the brand and progress. Like, we need y'all as well. So we really appreciate y'all spreading the word and checking in when you can, you know, and passing the word like you guys do. So that's important, man. We need all of that in order for it to work.
Just hitting the like when you watch it on YouTube for our YouTube viewers.
Yeah.
You know, that goes a long way. So, you know, and the thing is, you don't even have to, if you're watching this right now, you don't even have to pause. You can just, you know, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It does a lot to help the algorithm.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. Such a science to this thing, man. And, you know, it changes so much, but
yeah, they're constantly changing the rules on us.
Yeah, the game changes a lot. But we're just trying to, if we can't stay ahead of the curve, man, just try to meet it, you know what I'm saying, and continue to grow. So, yeah, we appreciate everybody that's helped us get this far. And, you know, Lord willing, we can do 250 more, and Jay Moore can get, that'll be 500 pieces of chicken.
Yeah.
You gonna buy that?
If you've enjoyed this segment of the New Old Heads podcast, make sure you join our live show every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/newoldheads. You can also catch playback of all of our shows on any podcast app and youtube.com/newoldheads network. And go to newoldheads.com/community to join our Discord.